Hello everyone and welcome back to
Redux.
Today we're gonna be speedrunning Metroid Zero Mission, and I am here with a friend.
You say speedrun, but you know, compared to actual speedrunners, that might actually be an overstatement.
I'm gonna do a mediocre speedrun of the game.
Ah,
It's gonna take about
a mediocre run.
Just whatever. Go normal. I always do it in a normal. I think I do. I'm not sure anymore now.
So, Metroid Zero Mission is a remake of the first Metroid game, right?
Yep.
I actually was kind of wondering, like, maybe you want to talk about the game first before I ask the question?
Well, it's a fairly short game if you know what you're doing. So doing a speedrun of the game is not really out of the ordinary. You can go on now. I mean, the game just explains itself.
Okay. What I was wondering is because you're more of a Metroid fan than I am, because I myself, I don't really like the games that much, seeing as I really hate when backtracking that everything respawns and I have to deal with everything again, or that I get lost in situations like that. And I get that the objective is to have fun while exploring the maze.
Right.
But personally, I feel like I get a lot more enjoyment out of, I guess, different
games.
Like a good example might be Shantae.
Yeah, I know.
Because Shantae is a bit of a castle, or I mean a Metroidvania type of game, but still a bit streamlined, and it's not that hard to get lost, or like exploration has a lot of optional shit in it. And in Super Metroid, I feel like, or in this case Metroid Zero Mission, I feel like it's, if you don't know where to go, you will be stuck there for a long time. And I get that in the early days that was the way to enhance a gaming experience.
I think your thing is that you like exploring a game, but only if it's optional, and that you're not obligated to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to be forced into a I am trying to find a way now situation.
Yes.
But what I was wondering is, because I'm not that much of a Metroid fan, how does this franchise actually like chronologically go?
Metroid Zero Mission is not the first game in the series, or Metroid. It's not the first one. Metroid Other M is the last one chronologically.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, wait. Metroid Fusion is the last in the chronology.
Oh.
Metroid Other M comes before that. Before that is Super Metroid.
Okay.
Because bitching about the baby. Then after that, before Super Metroid you have Metroid 2. Then before that you have Metroid. I think between Metroid 2 and Super Metroid, the Metroid Prime games take place.
Yeah, I believe that's the case, yeah.
And I think Metroid Hunters is between Metroid Prime 2 and 3. And then Pinball is just somewhere fucking off.
Whoa, that would be something if Metroid Pinball was actually the very first game, and because Ridley got pissed that the pinball was flying in his face, he started a rebellion or some shit.
Actually, to be honest, I think Metroid Pinball is just an alternate universe version of Metroid Prime 1.
Aww.
Because in Metroid Pinball, you fight Meta Ridley in the same area you fight him in Metroid Prime, and you also fight
In one universe,
Prime.
In one universe, the Chozo built technology and ancient civilizations. In the other, pinball machines.
Over here, you have.
Like you would, I just imagine the Chozo in a bar just messing around with a pinball machine, but they wouldn't even be able to talk because they're bird people. So they just go. Rah!
Birds. Yeah. You know, the thing about this game is that I haven't speedrun in quite a while, so I might be a bit rusty and not know perfectly where to go.
Is your suit made of iron?
What?
Is your suit made of iron?
Can you just, sometimes I really hate you.
I don't even have to explain the joke.
No, you don't. Alright, mini boss.
Already?
Yep.
Damn. I also remember like the bosses in Metroid Zero Mission had these very strange names.
Yeah, they do. I don't know. I don't remember the names of the bosses, to be honest.
I'm looking them up right now.
Oh Christ, my game is a little bit too loud. And I cannot really turn it down much more than it already is turned down. And I fear that you're going to be overpowered by the game's audio.
Oh, because they record at the same time.
Yeah.
Aren't you able to, like, pause it for a minute?
Okay, yeah, I've paused the game for a little bit. I'm just gonna see if I can up your volume. Let me see, yeah, I can up you. Okay, say something. Say something again.
Say something again.
Okay, that's good. Now I need to lower my own volume in my ears. Because otherwise I'm gonna get raped. Okay, say something.
Something.
Okay, that's good. Alright. Now we can keep going. With
So
this.
the first mini boss, is that the king worm?
It's the weird worm thing.
Ah,
You get the charge beam from.
yeah, that's the king worm.
That boss is actually optional. You don't have to do it. Because if you don't kill him fast enough, he just goes away. But you can keep returning to that area and keep like trying to fight him again. It's basically nope, I went the wrong way.
Is the charge beam required?
No,
Really? Huh.
it's not required. It's an optional weapon upgrade.
Do you use it a lot?
Oh, I always have it charged up because if you run into something, if you like jump into an enemy while you have your charge beam all charged up, you do damage.
Oh, okay.
And that is not a small bit either. You do quite a bit of damage.
Also, seeing how this is actually like a remake of the first Metroid, and I remember the first Metroid not really being about having upgrades to enter specific areas, but rather killing bosses to eventually like tackle Mother Brain.
Yeah. I mean, the first Metroid game only had like 2 bosses, but...
What is actually required, if you can remember from the top of your head?
Well, in this game, or...?
This game.
Pretty much, you have to kill Kraid and you have to kill Ridley, and there are mini-bosses in the way of that.
But
And they have to kill Mother Brain. It's the same as in the original Metroid, but there's just more of a diversion. And it's easier to navigate.
do you need any of the items you get from said bosses?
Well, one of the bosses in Kraid's lair you need to kill because otherwise you can't charge all of the machines in Kraid's lair.
Ah.
Then you have another boss which gives you the super missiles which are needed for some doors.
Actually, thinking about it, Metroid has always been very original with its bosses. Like, the only recurring ones are Mother Brain and Ridley, are they?
Yeah. Even Kraid has only been in like 2 Metroid games. Well, I guess 3 if you count the Nintendo Land Metroid game.
I do not.
I mean, it is kinda.
No. No, it's not.
It's not. Well, you're not playing as Samus. Let's say that much. It's an attraction.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, seeing how Kraid is like, besides Ridley and Mother Brain, Kraid is like one of the big enemies known from the Metroid franchise. Yet he's been in so little games.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Mother Brain has been. Yeah, Mother Brain has been in more games. Has been showcased in more games than like Kraid has, and she wasn't in like the Nintendo Land minigame. Neither was Splatoon. Like, what was Phantom?
Splatoon is a game that's about to come out.
I'm really excited about the game for some reason.
Well, yeah.
It's like a better multiplayer version of the Blob.
I think I'd enjoy it because, well, I do enjoy it because I'm glad they added online functionality. Otherwise, I would have skipped that game entirely.
And I am glad that they added a single player.
Oh right, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiplayer-only games really do tend to lack a bit if they don't have any substance.
Yeah.
And there are just
I mean,
matches.
Splatoon looks good, but it doesn't look to me like a game that you could just keep on playing forever. Like Call of Duty.
Well,
I mean, unless they give you
that's
a
matter
20
of
million
opinion,
ranks.
yeah, maybe. Like, Splatoon doesn't seem like... I'd rather compare it to something like League of Legends. I do not like that game at all, but it is something that is currently very popular and keeps changing, so people can keep playing it. And well, with Call of Duty, I would say, if you mean a franchise, then yes. If you mean the individual games, then not so much.
Yeah, I mean, with League of Legends, if you're doing that big of a game, like if you're like designer of that big of a franchise, well, not even a franchise, just like a game.
Oh, you can call it a franchise at this point.
Oh yeah, it's had many versions.
Wow, actually, Dark Samus is probably more of a recurring character. Like Dark Samus is probably more of a recurring character than Kratos. God damn.
Yeah, no, she is. It's weird.
Because she appears, well, in some form, she appears in all 3 of the Metroid Prime games.
She does, yeah. I mean, she does at the end of Metroid Prime 1. She's not really like inside of the game itself.
No, but it's the same creature, so
it is.
I'd count it.
What is the thing about Nintendo and reimagining their games so early?
What's the thing about Spider-Man getting a remake 5 years after Spider-Man 3 being released, and the remake absolutely blowing?
I've actually like recently seen the original 3 Spider-Man movies.
Never forget Peter Parker crying.
The face. It's the most beautiful face I've ever seen a man make.
Like, I don't want to make you do more editing, but can you just edit in a picture of Peter Parker?
I will.
Peter Parker, just slowly zoom in on that.
Slowly zoom in on that beautiful mouth that he makes. And those sparkling eyes. I'm just making myself do more things now.
Oh, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy looking at that face.
I am making myself put sparkles around his eyes now. Like, I'm gonna be in Photoshop for hours.
No, I want... Okay, if you're demotivated in life, like, go search that picture, take it to some kind of copy shop and print it out in a giant, very nice poster format. Hang that inside your apartment, your room, your home, whatever. Have a good place for you to look at. And every time you feel depressed, just look at that face and think, huh, could have been worse.
Yep. I like how this game attempts to give you a story, but it doesn't work.
In what way?
Like, just there when I was taking the elevator downstairs, Mother Brain was like, Mother Brain was looking at me, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is just... It's just Metroid Zero Mission tries to put more of a story in Metroid's original story. It kind of works, because there is actually a lot more in this game than in the original Metroid. Because the original Metroid ends when you defeat Mother Brain, and this one kind of does too. But after you escape the planet after killing Mother Brain, you have to like you go into like the space pirate base and you have to kill like Mecha Ridley. So, not Meta Ridley, no Mecha Ridley. It's a different.
I believe it's also called Robot Ridley. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, sometimes. But this is like a boss that's only for this game.
This is also one of the only games to actually like have you play as in the Zero suit, right?
Yeah, it is the only game that has you do that now.
That's a shame. Or well, I don't really know how well Zero Suit stacks up in like the original Metroid games, but whenever I play Smash Bros, I prefer Zero Suit Samus over regular Samus because I'm more of a fan of
the boobs. No.
The melee combat and everything, and the whip, and the way it stuns and everything.
I can understand.
And
that.
also in the new Smash iteration, those heals just kill. Like the up B of Samus, of Zero Suit Samus, and
actually not really played as Zero Suit Samus. I've only played as like a select few characters in Smash Bros.
Yeah, me as well. But the up B in the new Smash Brothers, like if you're at 40% damage, that will instantly kill you.
Seriously?
Yeah, because you get stuck in a chain and then you get finished off by a very like a move that really knocks you away. So you don't even have to be at that high of a percentage to actually get KO'd.
Right. Have you ever tried the kick taunt of Luigi?
And hitting someone with it.
What?
Hitting someone with the taunt.
Yeah.
I mean. I've tried it. I think I've succeeded, but not in an actual professional match. More rather like just trying it out on a CPU.
It does crazy damage.
Yup. Luigi is.
It's like,
just
it does like
hidden.
80%, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Luigi is just hidden with homicidal tendencies.
Yeah, and Mario's just
Also, the reason his jump attack just like flames you.
It's just like Luigi is such a weird character.
Yup.
So many hidden potentials. I'm gonna save in my ship. I always do that. It's a habit.
Yeah, like Luigi has so much hidden potential. Why don't we give him a year? Oh wait.
You mean all those 5 years that we gave him?
You mean those 5 years that? Sorry to say, not a lot came out for Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 did, and that was it. Oh no, wait. We had new Super Luigi U.
We had new Super Luigi U, Luigi's Mansion 2, Dr. Luigi, for fuck's sake, whoever wants to play that.
Luigi Mansion 2 was great.
And also Mario and Luigi Dream Team, which I don't... was that centered around Luigi?
Yes, it was very much centered around Luigi.
And that's it.
That game was just like Luigi's Town. You could... everything was Luigi.
But yeah, that's basically it. Like 4 games, one I don't think anyone really cares about Dr. Luigi. Luigi's Mansion 2, which was a sequel we were all kind of waiting for. New Super Luigi U, which was DLC, and
Luigi's Mansion 2. Literally, I've never been more excited for a game.
Oh, I have.
I was like, when it was first announced at E3, what was it, 2011?
And now you're thinking, God,
fuck, it's way too long ago. No, I was just like sitting downstairs and was just like watching E3 with like a bag of chips, and I just like, I saw like a flashlight, and I heard Luigi's hello, and I was like, no. I was like, no, you're bullshitting me, and then I cried.
Into the chips.
Into the chips, yes. Tear flavored chips.
So, when do you think we're actually going to get a new Metroid game?
Never.
Wow.
I don't know, I'm not very positive about Metroid. Well, actually, they did announce that they were working on a new Metroid, so... 2 new Metroids.
I think the new Metroid, they'll probably do something... I don't think it's going to be spectacular, but I think it's going to be decent enough.
Well, they're gonna be doing the same thing as they did with Metroid Prime again, which is have a game come out on console and have a game come out on a handheld. So that they're doing a Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime thing again. And hey, Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime were great. So, well, you didn't like Metroid Prime, but
I like Metroid Prime decently. I don't know, like you know what the point is where I always seem to quit?
What?
After I beat TARDIS. I don't know why, the game just suddenly drags for me.
Oh yeah, it's the artifact thing. It's
that as well, and also I don't really like the phasal mines that much.
Yeah, those are just, I don't know. They're I don't know.
So
they're boring areas.
So if I had to say, like, do I like Metroid? I liked it until after TARDIS, and then I really haven't, like, I think the farthest I ever got was right up front Omega Pirate.
Right.
And then, like, I never even tried a boss fight with him. I was, like, on my way to Omega Pirate, and then I just stopped. So I was pretty near the end. But,
yeah.
like, the artifact hunt is bullshit, and I saw the boss fight with Like the boss fight with Meta Ridley seemed pretty cool. The boss fight with Metroid Prime itself seemed rather... eh?
The boss fight was alright. It wasn't like the most spectacular thing.
It's a speedrun killer.
Yeah, it is. Not that I've ever speedrun it, but I would like to.
A lot of neat glitches you can perform with it. Anyway, I have played Metroid Prime 1. I plan to finish it one day, but meh.
You know what's odd about Metroid? For how like exploring heavy the game is, it is a perfect game for speedrunning. Like,
no, that's
like,
not really that odd.
Well, no, it's not. It's like the Metroid franchise is just like one of the most speedrunnable games.
Nah, I get what you mean, dude, but that's actually like kind of, I guess, understandable, because if the game is all about exploration, like if you would compare it to Zelda, and Zelda speedruns are like pretty long unless you're using like insane glitches or something people do with Skyward Sword or Ocarina of Time. For instance, Cosmo, let's speedrun that game in 18 minutes and 10 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
So I might have that time wrong in my head, but oh well. But that's like a very glitched run, so it's easy to retry that, and people don't really want to like speedrun Zelda that much, because it will take them hours and hours, and if they fuck up at one thing, they gotta retry the entire thing. That's not a very positive thing to keep in mind. Now, and the other thing about Zelda is it's very puzzle based, and sometimes you need to do everything specifically, but Metroid is more like you need to explore and need to find the right... you can work around it and build your own paths, which is the most efficient for you. True. And depending on that, like people... I don't feel it's that weird for Metroid to actually be a very speedrun-tastic game.
I don't know how to I don't know how to call it either.
But I feel it's the same reason people are probably not really keen on speedrunning hack and slash games, because they do kind of require you to actually kill everything and then move on forward. So if you've got the combat down,
there's not much different from doing a normal run and a speedrun of a hack and slash game.
Exactly, but then the other example given, which game people would probably like to speedrun it. I imagine something like the Resident Evil games, like the old school ones where you need to explore something and work around it.
It's mostly the explorable games that get speedrun a lot, because just purely because
variation.
Purely because there are so many paths that you can take. And I mean, like, it's the same with like platformers. Why they get speedrun so much is because you can, like, recently, like, the Mario games have been designed partially for speedrunning.
Like, you mean the newer ones?
Yeah, the newer ones.
And that's kind of weird, because actually people don't like to speedrun those. That's what I seem to also get.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't understand what Nintendo is trying to do.
But it's also like a thing. Another game, I think. You know, I've never actually watched one, but I think what a very interesting speedrun would be is like Pikmin.
Oh, I've actually been thinking of doing a speedrun of Pikmin 3.
Well, go right ahead. Not now, of course, but
yes, right now.
just suddenly like, fuck this game.
Fuck this speedrun. I'm at great, but no, fuck this. Like I haven't even been like talking about what I'm doing.
But yeah, okay, I'll let you talk in a bit. But the last thing, I guess, is that actually, like, variation is a lot more interesting to speedruns, because otherwise it's just time to perfection, and that's a lot less interesting to watch.
Yeah, it is. So right now I'm at Crate's place, which is where you need... Well, you cannot go to Crate right away. You have to power up the machines first, like I said. There's a worm boss that you need to kill, which is off to the right, and I'm totally going the wrong way. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty, and Crate's area is usually the one that fucks me over.
It's the second boss is the worm, right?
It's the other worm. I don't know what Metroid has with worms, but...
Well, the first worm, from which you get the charge beam, is called King Worm.
Okay.
The second worm is called Mua.
Excuse me?
Or the acid worm.
What did you just fucking call me? I don't know. Anyway, there are a lot of speedrunning tactics in this game that you can use. Actually, some of which are wall jumping. Wall jumping is very good for speedrunning this game. Also, bomb jumping, because as you could have seen a couple of minutes ago, I got a energy tank that you usually can only get with. I don't even know where I'm going. You can usually only get that one. I need to think here. Okay, you can usually only get that one with the high jump boots, which I don't have. But you can also get it by doing a bomb jumping thing.
And bomb jumping is, I imagine, just in a morph ball and just elevating yourself up.
Yeah, you have to wait for your first bomb to start rapidly flashing, and right when it starts rapidly flashing, you plant another bomb.
Okay.
And then you just keep on pressing the bomb button, and eventually you reach a very high.
Is wall jumping still as frustrating as it was in Super Metroid?
It's programmed a little bit better.
So
it's still frustrating, yes, but it is better.
So the exact way to wall jump is exactly what?
Well, you just have to jump against the wall while doing the rolling jump, and then when you press against the wall, you have to press the other direction and jump again. But it responds a lot better than in Metroid, in Super Metroid.
Yeah, because I remember I had to actually use save states at one point in Super Metroid because it kept failing to wall jump, and I eventually did get a hang of it. But it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, like right over here, I can use a wall jump to get up here very quickly, but as you can see, wall jumping is still a bit finicky. Okay, there, I got it. I'm actually going towards the worm now. I'm not lost anymore. At least less lost than I was before. I'm also not doing this 100%. There are people that speedrun this game 100%. I've actually never 100% of this game.
You've never 100%ed it?
No.
Huh.
Do you know why?
No, go right ahead.
2D Metroid games are next to impossible to 100%, because some of the things you have to do are just like, you have to do so many arbitrary movements with your controller, and you're just like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
So, I have a bit of trivia for you that you might know, but it's still interesting for the viewers.
Alright.
Crocomire from Super Metroid was actually going to be in this game.
Yep.
And it says the sprite can still be accessed if you hack a GBA ROM, but the animations are a bit unfinished and there is no death sequence.
Oh right, yeah, I've seen videos of that actually.
That is actually kind of interesting because Crocomire really doesn't return in anything.
Crocomire is like a teenager Kraid.
But it's also kind of weird because, again, a pretty recognizable enemy because Super Metroid is so famous, but he never comes back.
Nope. There are, however, skulls, like skeletons of Crocomire, I think, in one of the Metroid Prime games.
Yeah. Just imagine it. Well, I would have find it funny if those were children who you left to starve because you killed a parrot. But that wouldn't be in line with the time.
Nope, and you just love dark shit, so hey.
Yep, Dark Samus.
That's not what I meant, I just...
That's what I meant.
Well,
but
you're
actually, in that same sense...
you're just a fuckface, I mean, yeah, go on.
In that same sense, in the Zelda franchise, Dark Link is a pretty recognizable enemy from the franchise, but also like he only appears in Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and then in a few cutscenes, or as a minigame boss in The Link Between Worlds.
Yes, he's a minigame boss in The Link Between Worlds. He is one of the main bosses in Hyrule Warriors, actually.
But yeah, that's not canon.
Hyrule Warriors is canon, it's just an alternate universe.
Canon in the Zelda universe, then. But what I
mean
is
you
like,
and your canon.
Let me fire it at you. Boom.
Good joke. I was thinking that while I was saying it.
Yep, that's why I replied to it.
I don't like these enemies. They're like these enemies that you have to like.
If you
shoot
like our
8
humor,
times.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. No, I wouldn't.
That's not the way I end videos. I have a very distinct way to end videos. I've noticed. Now I've just made it my own thing.
With a bang, you'll need a cannon for that.
Good one. Good one. Fantastical jokes. No, that's not the way I...
How many subscribers do you think you're losing because of this shit?
50 million.
Whoa!
I'm gonna go into the negative.
The negative YouTube zone, damn.
Yes. I don't know where I'm going anymore.
But what I wanted to say was, like, for a character that has only appeared in like 3 games with an important role, and then I'm overstating Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, because in Ocarina of Time he's just a mini boss, and in Twilight Princess he just appears and had one cutscene that freaks everyone the hell out.
It didn't freak that cutscene didn't freak me out. I was just like, you know, Miyamoto, I don't know what the fuck for drugs you took that day, but
mushrooms. Hey!
Hey! Super mushrooms! Poison mushrooms! Fuck off mushrooms! Fuck off mushrooms. How would that work?
Grilled mushrooms? I prefer those.
Grilled mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms.
You don't?
No, I don't actually.
I like them because they're a bit fleshy, so it feels like I'm eating meat, but I'm actually eating a vegetable. So it's the same reason I like eggplants.
Maybe if I think about it that way, I'll actually like them.
Well, you don't eat them raw. Of course, that's not tasty. But if you eat them with like herbs and you bake them, and then pepper and salt and everything like that.
In a cooked salad, what?
No.
In a hot minute.
No, on meat.
I like meat. I like meat a lot.
Yeah, so I also like, if you look at the Zelda franchise, Ganondorf hasn't been in that many games, has he?
Nope.
Like, well, not Ganon, but Ganondorf. So like, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. Holy shit, that's actually it. He's been in 3 games.
Wait, what Ganon do you mean?
Ganondorf.
Like the big one, or?
No, just the humanoid. He's literally been in 3 games, and he's
Twilight
the most
Princess, Ocarina of Time,
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
That's it.
Hyrule Warriors.
Again, taking that with a grain of salt.
And that's it. Yeah. Wow.
So the major villain of that franchise has only been in 3 games. Imagine that.
Yep. And then you have a lot of other shit like Majora and Bedlam. Whatever the fuck that thing was from Phantom Hourglass.
I am one of the few who actually likes that villain.
Bellum?
Yep.
I like him too. He's pretty weird, and he like fucking manipulates.
And also, I really like it because like every villain is also always like, I'm going to conquer the world and make my own pal.
He just makes no sense. He just like has no story. He's just a creature.
He's just a really evil creature, and I really like that.
I like Colin. I like Colin. There was another weird one, like from Spirit Tracks.
Yeah.
That one was weird. It was just like some weird like demon that went into a chancellor, and it was just like okay.
Something about I don't know what the name Matador comes up right now, but I actually
that's a Spanish.
I actually really didn't like that villain at all because I thought he was very forgettable. I think it's also because I really like Bellum's design.
Oh no, he was forgettable. I agree. He wasn't in like. Yeah, I like Bellum's design. It's you know, it's something Zelda does with eyes. I don't know. Zelda has a fetish for eyes.
Rather than Nintendo in its entirety. I mean, if you look at Kirby and everything, and also Metroid and also Mario.
Yeah.
God damn.
Maybe. No, this is incredibly racist.
Oh no, I was actually pretty close. It's not Matador, but it's Maladus. So.
Oh yeah, Maladus. Yeah.
A few of the things were kind of close.
Okay, so what I wanted to say that is racist is the reason why Nintendo has such a big eye fetish is because, you know, Japanese people barely have any eyes. I mean, okay. Let's keep going, great. Jesus.
I'm not sure that.
And it's the Kraid boss fight.
And it's very awkward. Actually, Spirit Tracks is kind of a fucked up game, isn't it? Like, what is it again? You need to save people in wheelchairs?
Yeah!
What the fuck?
It's like, hey, you wanna run around with a fucking possessed princess armor? Jesus.
No, I'll give Spirit Tracks credit. I feel the game lacks a lot in the replayability factor because once you beat it, like, I immediately sold it again because I'm very much like that. But the game itself was actually a lot of fun. So it's not nearly the best Zelda game I ever played.
No. It's fun for like one time.
It's like a game. I'd say like you play it once and then you maybe play it again and every 3 years and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's still a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
Like for the amount of shit it gets because it rains. I'm like, that was actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah, it's like trains take too long to get anywhere. I'm like, shit, bitch.
We can also go back to the CDI games if you don't mind. No.
If you don't, you know, you can also just go back to Wind Waker and praise that game for the amount of time it took you to get to a fucking another island. I don't get that. It's like people praise Wind Waker for like, oh yeah, you explore, it takes like a lot of time, and I'm like, yeah. And why the fuck do you hate Spirit Tracks then? It takes less time to get to another fucking town in Spirit Tracks than it takes to get to another fucking island in Wind Waker, unless you're talking about the HD remake. Which, thank God for that sail upgrade that you can get.
You know, I have the HD remake because I got it with a bonus. I haven't played it at all and I keep forgetting I actually own it.
It's a good remake.
No, like, I imagine so. Like, Wind Waker was the first Zelda game I... Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
I just remembered, like, the first episodes of Game Grumps where they were, like, playing all kinds of different games and Eagle Raptor and John were always talking about Zelda. Is this that? Is this going to be like that? Like, fucking every game we play we go back to Zelda? Let's... Okay, I wanted to say one more thing, I'm actually just going to cut myself short. Let's stop talking about Zelda.
But I just finished Majora's Mask and I kinda wanted to talk about that.
Damn it!
Damn it! You sick!
I liked more attempts at story. It's a space pirate's base ship that's being seen. Oh yeah, right. No, this is actually kind of important because Ridley is apparently like a space pirate thing. And in this cutscene, you like see him fly away. I
kind of find it funny that how you just got basically dissed by the game. Like, so, oh no, more story. Oh wait, that's actually important.
Never mind, it wasn't important either. It was just.
Oh god damn it, you got double dissed.
It was like it was just like a Ridley. It just showed Ridley, and that was it. It was like Ridley squinted his eyes and became a Japanese man. Welcome to retro racism.
Fucking retro racism? Racism.
Whoa. We're being racist towards racists?
Well, you can be racist against racists. That's
you can be
the only good racism.
You can be a racist against the racist. How? Like, oh my god, you always make jokes about Japanese people. Is that like a racism against racism?
No, yeah, like so I hate racists. I'm like, oh wow,
that's so racist of you to say.
That's so meta. Jesus.
Your shoes are meta. I don't know.
The ones from Samus are.
Meta Knight.
Metal. That's
So
actually
now-
like a spelling error. He's not supposed to be Meta Knight, it's actually Metal Knight.
Yeah, I know. But they just kept it in.
Yeah, sounds better.
Yep. Okay, so at this point I can sequence break the fuck out of this game, but it takes a sick amount of luck and a sick amount of time if you fuck it up. And I'm not gonna do that because it can make my game last about 10 minutes longer than if I just do it normally.
But actually, like, yeah, just play it legitimately for as much as you can.
I'm playing it legitimately, but at a very fast rate, and I'm just basically skipping almost every upgrade that I can get. I have 60 missiles right now. I don't really go out of my way to get any upgrades.
It's a mediocre run after all.
Yep.
Can we call it that?
Mediocre run.
Yep.
No, because then people think that I'm just playing the game normally.
No, but that would be a normal run. But like I was actually thinking, since I talked about Metroid Prime, I have no desire to play Metroid Prime 2.
It's actually my favorite.
How so?
I think it's just me liking the dark and light world concept a lot.
Ah.
It's basically also the reason why I like A Link to the Past so much. Like, my 3 favorite Zelda games... Oh my fucking god, how do I do this?
You think and then you list your 3 favorite Zelda games.
Fucking hell. Like, Link Between Worlds and Link to the Past and Majora's Mask. Those are my favorite Zelda games. My favorite used to be Wind Waker, which is the favorite of a lot of people, actually.
Which, okay, like, I didn't like A Link to the Past, I'll just, like, bring that up. The reason for that is the same reason I didn't like Final Fantasy IV. It's a game that revolves around the story, but really doesn't have the capacity to, like, really bring you that story at that point, and that's because of the system hardware and everything. And I also
Exactly. That's the problem with a lot of Super Nintendo games.
and that's also the case with how to refer. I don't like top-down Zeldas in general because compared to like 3D Zeldas, I don't really feel like I have any impact when I hit something, and the puzzles are a bit. It's actually I'd say those games are a bit more indeed about exploring rather than actually having 3-dimensional puzzles, and everything is more about pushing the block in the right direction or trying to find a key in a specific room and then explore, like bringing it to a locked door as you progress further into said dungeon. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but from a top-down perspective I find that a tad boring.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think it's a bad game, I just don't think it's for me personally. And then A Link Between Worlds actually looks like a lot of fun, so I am planning to play that one once and like give it a try.
Like, to be honest,
And we went back to Zelda without even realizing.
but I wanted to go back to Zelda.
Yeah, I know. But what I wanted to say was, I feel because Link Between Worlds is so colorful and so like a bit more three-dimensional. Everything, I get a lot more enjoyment out of it. The same reason I actually like Final Fantasy IV DS over the original version, because I feel the original version really does, like, it tries to have a story. I feel it fails because it's so, like...
Well, I personally, I don't think it's the hardware limitations. I think it's mostly just how much the company knew of the Super Nintendo, because the story of, like, Final Fantasy VI works so much better. Because they knew so much more about the system.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've seen parts of Final Fantasy VI, and how it's shown and everything, I feel that's just a better game than Final Fantasy IV. And I think Final Fantasy IV DS, because there are certain parts that have actual voice acting in it, and in my opinion, the voice acting is actually pretty decent.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And also, like, cinematics played out and more text is added that I didn't see in the GBA or the SNES version.
And the You Spoony Bard part is gone, so that's good too. I don't think Tella even says anything anymore.
No, I think he still says that.
I don't remember it.
Just for
Final Fantasy IV DS was too hard for me. I think they made changes to the Steam version.
Oh yeah, that might be the case, because the Steam version is actually easier.
Yeah, the Steam doesn't the Steam version have a normal mode and an easy mode?
I believe so, or like the other way around, like a normal mode and a hard mode. But yeah, like my favorite Zelda games, that might kind of give away how I feel about those games, are Ocarina of Time and Zelda 2.
Right.
And that...
Which I think they're great games too.
You know, actually thinking about that, that's because I don't want to say that I like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. I finished both, but it's been such a long time ago, that wouldn't be fair if I actually like gave an opinion about it. And
to be honest, I feel like I give Twilight Princess too much shit. It's not as bad as I make it out to be.
No, it's actually, yeah, it's pretty decent.
It's,
like,
you know, I think it's alright. I don't think it's great and everything, I just think... I mean, it's not like my least favorite Zelda. It's just alright. I don't know what my least favorite Zelda is.
CDI, never forget.
But those aren't made by Nintendo, so I'm not counting those.
Ah, okay.
And I got the Varia suit.
My least favorite Zelda, that's actually a good question.
I mean,
because I've also seen fragments of Skyward Sword, and like people complain about that, and I still think like, it seems pretty alright.
People complain about the controls in Skyward Sword. Well, I played it without any controls issues, and I was just like, maybe you guys just suck?
Could be. Or they have a wrong setup or something.
Maybe, or they just have a faulty controller, I don't know. I mean, I had like, I don't know. Just the controls for me were just completely fine, and I had no problem with it. It's just some of the enemies, like most of the enemies, you have to hit in a certain way, and I'm guessing that the people just suck at doing that and then blamed it on the controller. Because you know, that's the thing to do in this day and age, blame the controller.
You know what Zelda game I probably liked least?
What?
I would have to say one of the Four Swords games. The reason for that is because on an objective basis, like compared to any other Zelda game on your own, like a single player game, that gets pretty boring.
It does. Like the one for like the Game Boy.
That got ported to the 3DS.
Yeah, that one.
I finished that one, and wow, I actually completed that one. I completely forgot about that. But I finished that one. It didn't enjoy it as much, and it's like you can beat it in an hour, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was alright.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't made to be like a full-fledged Zelda game.
Yeah, and that's where it falls short for me. Like, and it's also not really about dungeon exploring, more about getting rupees and stuff.
I mean, the one for the GameCube was pretty good.
I haven't played that.
That one is actually pretty good. Especially if you play it with... it's a game that is, again, very multiplayer based, but they did the first person. They did the single player of the game in a way that it was still as enjoyable as the other.
Interesting.
Multiplayer. So.
But actually, like thinking about Zelda for a bit and my preference. Like a lot of people call the two games that are often hailed as the best Legend of Zelda games are, without a doubt, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yes.
Like at first, Majora's Mask was the game that everyone called like, oh, it's so bad compared to.
That's that's what happens. That you know what the thing is about Zelda. After Ocarina of Time, every Zelda game after that, when they first came out, was, oh, this is the worst Zelda game, and then after the next one came out, it was like, oh, this is the best. That happened with Majora's Mask, happened with Wind Waker,
yep,
happened with Twilight Princess.
It will happen to Skyward Sword.
It's gonna happen with Skyward Sword. Once the Wii U one is out, it's gonna happen to that one, because that one's gonna get flagged too, because it's so different. It's mostly just the game is different part.
Yeah, but like, comparing it to the sequelitis of Eager Raptor, yes, let's bring that in. Since we're talking about it anyway, like he complains that there's so much waiting in Ocarina of Time, but like it's three major complaints about it, where like the game takes you out of the world if you enter combat. There's a lot of waiting, and the story is uninteresting. And then I basically feel like if you don't like the story, then this game is a drag. But he kind of fails to see that as a subjective thing and puts it down as something objective. Because I myself actually really like the story. I think it's very.
I like the story of Ocarina of Time too.
Like, it's an actual time travel story done right. That is very rare to see.
Right, because it barely does anything with time travel.
Well, a bit, but also more like the lore that comes after Ocarina of Time and how the timeline split up and everything.
True.
It actually makes a bit of sense. A bit. It makes a lot of sense, but there are still some major things that go unanswered, as, for instance, if the adult timeline continues in Ocarina of Time and we get Wind Waker, how is the king still living as the king of Red Lions while he got killed by Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time? That I do not know, but
you know what my opinion about the timeline is that they arranged it wrong. Because they did the one where Link dies against Ganon, they did that one as the timeline that branches off into the original Zelda. Well, it makes more sense if that one branched off into Wind Waker. Because in Wind Waker, the entire Hyrule is down and the king is dead.
Well, sorta, but it kind of, if you look at the lore, it really doesn't matter because they're actually sort of the same. But what they're implying is that the Sacred Realm turns into the Golden Land of A Link to the Past, right? Because Ganondorf takes over and they seal him in the Sacred Realm. But then the other timeline, they seal him. They just seal him away, but he breaks out, so they flood the land. Right. So in both instances, he gets sealed in some place, and in the they try to and the land one land changes. In the original games, it's like the Sacred Realm becomes an evil place, and in the other instance, Hyrule becomes flooded. So in both, it's basically the same, but in different circumstances.
Yeah, I can see that.
The only kind of weird one is that where Link goes back into time and continues his life as a child. Because actually, like, it's a bit weird that two timelines can happen at the same time. It's one where Link goes back into the past, and the other, as the adult timeline, is how Hyrule, like a parallel universe Hyrule that suffered from Ganondorf during Ocarina of Time, rebuilds and continues into the world. So it's two different timelines where one he gets defeated in the future and the other is he gets taken out before he can kill anyone in the past.
Right.
But in like the child timeline where he goes back into the past, before he gets to kill him when they execute him, but it fails, which leads into the events of Twilight Princess. Yes, I have learned that entire thing by head. I did a fucking Zelda 2 Let's Play, thank you very much.
Right, and then the warrior that you see in Twilight Princess is Link from Majora's Mask.
That's actually like, I really like that detail, that not every hero has a happy ending.
No.
Because like in Twilight Princess, it's like, oh, he goes back home and meets like with his childhood friends and probably falls in love or some shit. And the same with Skyward Sword, like they stay behind on the land, Link and Zelda. Yeah, I haven't played Skyward Sword, but I read a lot of it. But there's also like two different games, like the hero from A Link to the Past to eventually Link's Awakening. He fucking has a bad ending. Like he just like everyone he starts caring about just suddenly disappears.
Yep.
And then like the fucking hero of time, which is, in my opinion, the most important one, because without him, like almost all of the other Zelda games wouldn't be there, and like Ocarina of Time is such a critical point in the series.
It is. I mean, everything stems from that.
So he goes through two adventures. Has a whole lot of shit happen to him and just like takes the time to help everyone, and then finally has regrets of like being alone and never being able to like finally teach people stuff or feel recognized for his heroic duties. Because that is actually like the thing about him being the hero of time. He he stops everything from happening, but no one really remembers him because he does stop everything from happening. So
and that's what leads off into Majora's Mask.
No, but also like in Majora's Mask, he does all those things. He helps everyone, but no one remembers because he eventually has to reset everything and then use the items to stop the Skull Kid. But no one knows why the moon eventually like stopped falling, because no one knows that he saved everyone. So
it's like he's appreciated by them all, but not for the right reasons. Depending on what you do in your own game, because you might not help everyone, you might not get every heart piece, which requires you to help everyone. But like, if you do, then the people do appreciate Link for what he did, but not for saving their world.
And in like those situations, like in Twilight Princess, like I imagine the Link from Twilight Princess is like a actual recognized hero by everyone in Hyrule, because everyone knows that Link saved them. But in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, like he's more of a legend, because they don't really know that he saved them, and that actually also that he ends up all alone and eventually becomes a knight and basically sacrificed his entire being, his entire life. That's something that's incredibly dark for something you wouldn't expect there. So in that sense also people, I feel, even though it's completely hardware limitations that Link is a bit like, you can compare it to a cardboard cutout, like his face isn't really that changing and everything, compared to like Twilight Princess or Wind Waker, who's all goofy, or Skyward Sword, who's instantly very happy or shocked. Like the fact that he is so I want to say stale.
Stale, like his bread.
No. But
no, I know what you mean.
Oh, plain. That's a better word. The fact that he's so plain is because there is no like emotion. There is no goal for him, because he has to undo everything. Even though, like, that's what I make of it. Even though it's just hardware limitations that they couldn't put any emotion in his face. But yeah, that's like. But like, it's honestly, also a very sorry, I'm talking so much. But
Oh, it's alright.
it's also like an interesting opinion of mine that the Legend of Zelda games I like the most are like the most the overrated and most popular one, which is also hailed as like the best game ever by some people. I don't agree with that, but I do think it's like up there with a lot of good games.
It is a very, very good game. I don't.
And then the other game
is
is the Zelda game, the like canon Zelda game that everyone hates, is Zelda 2, and those are my two favorites. It's kinda...
I mean, I've never beaten Zelda 2, which is my next goal to beat that game. But I don't hate it.
It is a bit cryptic at times, but so are...
It's fucking less cryptic than the original Zelda.
That's true.
Jesus Christ, that game.
And, like, besides knockback, which is fucking annoying, but besides that, the game is, like, the combat is perfect. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. It feels so great.
Right.
The way I describe it often is like, that game is Dark Souls in 2D.
Yeah, I can see that.
So in the meanwhile, where are you currently?
I'm on my way to Ridley.
So, actually, like, do you want to know something interesting about, like, apparently my friend told me that YouTube analytics to improve viewership, a good thing to do is add a subtitle to your videos.
A subtitle?
Like, for instance, in my recent Let's Play part, I often, at first I did like Let's Play Mediocre Solid the Twin Snakes Part 1, for instance. But as of now I've changed them into like Let's Play Mediocre Solid the Twin Snakes Part 12, and then...
Oh, like a name after that.
Yeah, and then I just named it like Come At Me Bro, because it's two brothers fighting each other.
Right. No, I do that. I've done that my entire Let's Play career.
And you're still doing it with this?
Yep.
Can you name this like... I just think like Retro Redux, the Metroid Zero mission where we talk about Zelda.
Zelda Zero mission. Metroid Zelda mission.
I'd buy that.
It'd be fucking weird. It's probably a hack that does that. Combine Zelda and Metroid.
There's a game called Super Link Bros.
There's a game called Super Mario Crossover.
It's a remake of the original Super Mario Bros. But then like all these sprites are changed with Zelda sprites.
Oh right, that one. Yeah, I played that one.
I didn't, but then someone showed me it on her Game Boy, and I was like, well, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's odd.
It's like ROM hacks this.
Yeah, I really like Majora's Mask because I feel that Majora's Mask is the only game that has like a very deep and emotional story. And has a villain that has an actual like motive. Instead of, oh, I'm gonna fucking destroy everything.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take over the world just because I can.
Well, not so much the villain, more so the puppet, like the Skull Kid. It's like the villain is also just let's destroy everything. But even he, like, wanted to destroy things because he felt abandoned from his friends. Well, no, that was never mind. That was the Skull Kid. I don't know.
No, that's actually kind of interesting in the sense like Ganondorf and like probably also the one from Link Between Worlds.
Which is also just a pig.
Yep.
Actually, do you know the story of Link Between Worlds?
Slightly. Like, I know that's.
It's also it's also a pretty like involving story.
And that there is another dimension in which the Triforce they like lost it or something, or it broke. And then their land is slowly dying, and they wanted to take over the Triforce of Hyrule.
Right. That is the story. Yes.
Yeah. So like I find it all kind of interesting, but in my opinion, so like they all want something for their personal gain, but that's also the reason I really like Zelda, Majora, and Bellum. They don't want anything, they just really want to demolish.
Yeah.
For fun.
And I mean, like, Bellum wants to destroy basically everything, and then you have Majora, which is just, if you let him destroy everything, he just destroys the town, and that's all. Like literally, when you, like, follow the story a little bit and listen to what the people have to say, they basically just talk about, like, how they're going to escape to the like, the Romani ranch, because they're safe there, because the impact from the moon won't hit there. It's very odd, because, like, you keep thinking that he's going to destroy the world, but quite honestly, he's just destroying the town. And that's all.
Still, there's, like, a lot of people you actually care about in that town. At that point, I may hope.
At the point of beating the game?
Yeah.
At the point of beating the game, you pretty much care about every single character in the game. Because, like, every character, which is odd for a Zelda game, has, like, well, not odd for a Zelda game, but it's just... Every character has, like, an actual personality, other than I am a quirky little son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've realized that. I've seen a lot of parts of it as well. And also, like,
a lot of Zelda characters
it's
are
very
just,
interesting to see how people react to everything. Like, for instance, that they blame, in the Waterfall Temple, that they blame that monkey.
Oh yeah, the Deku one.
Have you seen what they actually do to him?
No.
Because, like, they talk about how they want to kill him, right?
Well, torture him.
Yeah, and after you do something, they talk about how they want to boil him.
Yes.
If you go to the fucking final night or final day, there's actually like a ceremony, and if you're as a Deku, or like appear there as a Deku, you can actually watch, and he's like screaming, he's like, "No, I'm not it, you need to save the princess, otherwise it's too late." And then they just dip him in boiling water, and he comes out just staring, like, the only words you see after that is like ...
What the fuck?
Ellipses, and he just has this blank, mindless stare. So they basically, like, just fucking they're actually boiling him. They actually left that in the game.
What the fuck?
Have you not seen that?
I didn't know. I just got shivers along my back though. Jesus Christ!
I know.
That game. It's like every Zelda game when someone like dies. Well, like dies, you know. They're always like, yeah, he passed away, or like, yeah, he's gone, or just like, they never say die, but then it's like when you do like the mini game, you know, like the Romani Ranch one where you have to save the cows from the aliens.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, you can also do another mini game where you have to keep the milk bottles of the older girl. You have to keep those safe so that she can make her delivery and stuff. And get a mask out of that and everything. It's like when you start the conversation with her, like, because there's a little bit of a conversation before the whole side quest starts, and she's like, yeah, ever since our father died. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, that's actually like someone dies in Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, the
guard.
Yeah, the guard dies, and then there's also that kid that gets turned into like a skull, that gets turned into a Stelphos, or was it?
Well, he doesn't really die because, well, turning into a Stelphos is a bit mythical, so I assume they left that in for reasons. I don't understand why they left a dead hand in though, because that's fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah, it's you know, it's more so just. You know, to me, it's basically just Nintendo was like very keep-safe of the word death and just the whole concept of death in every Zelda game, until like Majora's Mask came along and they were just like, yeah, death is a thing. That happens quite a lot in this game.
Well, they were pretty keen on keeping prostitutes in fucking Zelda 2.
And that one was just...
You have water, come inside. Oh, well, that's...
you have water! Thank you, I've now turned into an old man. It's literally what happens. And I have the screw attack. Screw attack is good. I'm now on my way to Mother Brain.
Oh yeah, right. Bosses.
Oh right, we were playing Metroid.
I literally thought for a minute we were playing Zelda.
Oh my god. I mean, I am gonna do A Link to the Past, so...
Wow, you actually... Okay, so you're going to Mother Brain.
Yep.
So this might be a bit late, but okay, the boss that you have to kill to grant access to Ridley's there.
Yeah, I already beat that one.
It's like a parasite thing that hangs from the floor, right?
Yeah, and then it becomes a bee.
It is called Kiru.
I think that's Japanese for something.
I believe like larva bee or something.
Probably like larva state.
Mm-hmm. But
surprised it doesn't say it on the website.
The bee itself is called Imago.
Oh, that's fun. Image.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does actually kind of make sense because it's like the image that the bee had of what it would become if he didn't get fucked up. If you want to see it like that. If you want to suddenly go deep.
In the Japanese website of Zero Mission, the Imago and its previous forms are given the title Giant Evolving Bug. Clever.
I love the fucking Japanese names of bosses in games because they're just like so. They're just so descriptive of exactly what they are. They never do something special with it. It's just like it's like with Majora's Mask. You have Georg.
Well, it's a bit special if they put it out in English.
Oh yeah. I just like how in the Zelda games they put like the title of the boss before you fight him, so that you don't have to go to a fucking Wikipedia to find it.
Whoa! Kraid was supposed to be in Metroid Prime?
Yeah, he was.
Damn, didn't know that.
But they couldn't fit him in because he was too big.
Aww.
That's literally the thing. He was too big. That's why they didn't fit him in, because he would be too big to fight. I think he was gonna be in place of the space pirate guy.
They also wanted to put him in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, but as something that attacks our gunship. But apparently they did not do that again. Huh.
That is actually a pretty good idea, considering he's so big. It would work as like a space mission, but I guess they just didn't want suddenly, like a sudden space mission.
Sudden turret section.
Yeah, a sudden Star Fox. Suddenly Star Fox. I can't wait for the new game.
I'm so scared that's going to turn out wrong. I am so scared you don't even know. Like
I mean, I am too. I just want it to be Star Fox 64.
I just want it to be like at least on the level of Star Fox on the SNES and slightly better than Assault.
Assault was good. I liked Assault. It was just
a little... Assault could have been a lot better.
The ground missions were too long.
Exactly, but like imagine this, if you will. How many flight missions there actually are in Assault? That would be 1, or like mission 1, mission 5, mission 8, and that's it. And mission 10. So that's 4 out of 10. That's could have been a lot better.
It could have, yeah. I agree.
And I think everyone hates mission 9 with a passion in that game.
That's the one where you have to destroy like all the yeah, just fuck that one.
That is a game breaker. Like literally just before the end. It's such a bad level. A lot of people I know just said like, yeah, I'm not playing past that. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to waste my time on it.
That was actually the first game that had my had my heart like beating when I beat the final boss, because that boss was fuck hard.
Really? I remember having a lot of problems with mission 9, and after beating that I went straight to 10 and did it on my first try.
I also like the fact that I like Assault was pretty
like how old were you when you did Assault?
12, 11.
Yeah, that like I think if you would go back to it now, you'd see that boss is actually really easy.
Oh no, I mean he probably is. Oh great. I have a Metroid stuck in my face. Oh yeah, right, I'm at the point now where I have to defeat Metroids. And because you need to defeat them, otherwise you can't go into the next room.
The way to defeat them is shoot ice and then...
Yes, you need to shoot at them with just ice, and then you shoot 5 missiles at them and that's it. That's all you have to do.
Still, like a very annoying enemy to put into the game. What? That is actually a very interesting thing about Metroid, because the first Metroid game, they really didn't have much lure. It was just like find space, kill aliens, done.
Yeah, it was. It was not.
Like, why would they name it after a single enemy at the end of the game? Not even the final boss.
I mean, it is pretty much like the final enemies that you fight, and it is the reason why you were there. I find it fun how. Oh my fucking god! This Metroid won't keep fucking let go of me. Oh my fucking god! This Metroid. There, Jesus.
Gotta let it go.
Let it go. No. Okay, so basically, what was I talking about? Alright, like the final boss is called Mother Brain, even though it's basically just the leader of the Metroids.
Well, it is the Mother Brain.
It is, but it's just such a generic name.
Yeah. Yeah. I can argue with that. But then again, like I think Ridley was just named after Ridley Scott as well. Which is the Ridley is the director from the Alien movies.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I always thought like
wasn't that Ripley?
No, that's the actress, the name of the actress in the movie.
Oh. Huh. Odd. I didn't know that. No, the Metroids!
Yeah, Ridley's name is likely derived from Ridley Scott, director of the first film of the Alien film series.
I like that.
That is kind of interesting, how like in the first film, fucking the main character is called Ripley.
Yeah.
Is that like, did he just give like an alter ego he thought was sounded very interesting? His name or something?
Maybe. Oh, also, if you kill all the Metroids in a room, you hear a little beeping noise, which indicates that you've defeated all the Metroids in that room.
Hmm.
And there goes my empty Coke bottle.
Might want to phrase that differently.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, empty cocaine bottle.
I didn't say that. I said empty Coke bottle. That's how fucking everyone says it in America land.
America land?
Yes. Just how you have Britain land. Why am I getting super missiles while I don't even have... I only have 2.
I can't really find like if Ripley's name is also derived from Ridley Scott.
That would be kind of weird.
That would be kind of egocentric.
Yeah. That first of all.
That most of all.
But I mean, if that was the name of the actor, what's the name of the actor, right? The actress.
No, not the actress. Like the name of the character.
Actually, I think that was the name of the actress.
No. The actress is called Sigourney Weaver. She's pretty famous.
No,
what?
not. I mean, not for
Alien.
Alien. I mean, was it X-Files? Isn't there someone in there? Ridley Scott?
Looking it up.
Wasn't that the? I think that was the actress who played Scully. I don't know.
Fox Mulder, then no. Dana Scully is portrayed by Gillian Anderson.
And I don't fucking know where I got it from.
But yeah, like, so we talked about Metroid Prime 1 and 2.
I need to concentrate here for a bit because it's Mother Brain time. Yes, that. Thank you.
But what I wanted to say, like, I'm very interested myself in eventually trying Metroid Prime 3 because I feel it's a lot more streamlined. And
it is. It's very much streamlined, yes.
So a lot more like. It's still about exploration, but it doesn't really require that much backtracking or any annoying side quests.
Nope, it doesn't.
In that sense, I feel Metroid Prime 3 might be a very good game for me.
It is, yes.
Like, how would you stack that up against the other Metroid Prime games?
More streamlined, but personally, I still don't like it as much as Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 1 is probably my least favorite of the Metroid Prime games.
Which is so weird, because everyone always hails that game as, like, a goal. Like, for people who complain, like, oh, Ocarina of Time is so overrated, and everyone who complains about it gets, like, hated by the internet. I'm like, we're far past that age now. If you hate it on Ocarina of Time, you're, like, join the group. Like, there are so many people who do that, and I think it's fine. But if you can't really hate on, like, Metroid Prime or Half-Life 2 at this point, can you? By the way, I'm not saying that I hate Half-Life 2, I actually really like it, so don't hate me.
I hate Gaben. No.
Everyone does.
Actually, I like Gaben. I like his beard. I like his fat. Whoa.
I don't like his mathematician skills.
He did say, he has said the word 3 a couple of times though.
But that's the thing, a couple of times is still too.
He has said the word Half-Life 3. Actually, to be honest, he said that he's getting sick of the people that keep asking him for Half-Life 3, and he jokingly, at least I hope it was jokingly, he jokingly said, like, every time that someone tells me that I want Half-Life 3, I'm delaying it by 2 hours. So I'll see you guys in 2037.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask for Half-Life 3 in this. I just want I just want a house near his house. So every morning when he picks up his nice newspaper, I say, hey Gabe, and just hit him on the head with a baseball. That's what I want.
There's an important cutscene. Whoa!
It's actually like. A game from Steam got removed because the developer, like...
Yes, I have that game.
Complained on Twitter and mentioned
he was going to kill Gaben.
Yeah. But it all worked out, so that's kind of nice, sort of. Like I believe he like said like I hope the company doesn't get any blame for the stupid thing I did. And then the game got they put it again on Steam, and the company is now like continuing again. And also like that whole
Paranormal Activity
is all free publicity.
Yeah, Paranormal Activity is the name of the game.
Yeah,
I have that game. It's actually pretty good.
I have no idea what it's about.
It's a roguelike.
Oh.
It's a first-person roguelike, one of the first, I think, if not the first.
Oh, maybe interesting for. I can't remember the name of your show. Sorry.
Steam Stamp.
No, you have to edit in the sound.
I know. And I'm going to Steam Stamp. These two shows are just gonna have way more editing than my past videos.
Okay, I was kind of scared for a minute. I thought you were just going to say like I've had enough of your shit.
No, actually, you know what the thing. I was playing Terraria with one of my classmates and recording it and stuff, and he kept saying the words like, "Do you see that?" And because of the recent Illuminati shit with the "Do you see that" bullshit, I've now given myself the task to put an Illuminati thing every time that he says, "Do you see that?" And he said it about 20 times.
Do you see that?
Fuck up, no. There was not even a fucking no, but there wasn't a oh, Jesus Christ, I just died.
You died?
Yes. I will be right back. Because I didn't save as Sirius and Samus, so I have to kill Mother Brain again. Holy shit! Suck a dick! Holy shit.
Mother Brain, feel the pain.
Oh my god! Suck eggs! Are you happy? I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs!
Happy, happy, joy.
Joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. I don't think you're happy.
I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs! Why didn't you believe me?
Just fucking leave this shit in.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Superstar.
Vandaag was de tosti man die zei van hier is je tosti, ik herken het aan je gezicht. What the fuck?
Wat? Ik herken het aan je gezicht. Fuck heb jij het over?
Ik stelde die tosti en er was een nieuwe verkoper en zei ik zei ze gemengd. Ze zei wat? Wil je wit? Ik zei nee gemengd. Ze zei wit? Ik zei nee gemengd. En zei ze oké. En dan zwap je en dan pakte hij het broodje, die oude verkoper pakte het broodje vast en hij herkende me en dan zei ze hier voor jou. Ik zei oh bedankt. Hij zei ja het is makkelijk, ik herken het gezicht erbij. Dan denk ik oh nou.
Oké. Jimmy, ik denk dat dat weer zo'n grap is waar ik erbij had moeten zijn, wil het grappig zijn.
Oh, had ik niet verteld dat de Tostiman en ik een ware liefde hebben?
Oh, net heb je al verteld, ja. Laat me gaan.
Daarom. Hij kent het gezicht. Hij kent me, Mark. En ik ga vreemd.
Dus van, oh hey, jij bent het weer. Vuile klootzak, godverdomme. Nou, M&M's.
Ik ga vreemd.
Nou, technisch gezien ga je wel vreemd. Op de tosti, man.
Ja, dat is de grap. Wat moet ik doen? Als de enige voel ik me heel close. En dan voel ik me zo vrolijk en we hebben zoveel interesses. Maar de ander maakt brood voor me klaar.
Dat kan zij ook doen, fucking hell. Ja, dat heeft ze nog een keer gedaan. Dat heb je mij verteld volgens mij.
Wat?
Dus dat zij een keer iets had gemaakt voor jou, een broodje of zo. Broodje iets.
Ik weet niet of zo'n broodje, ze geeft me wel vaak... Ze geeft me wel vaak eten.
Ja. Hier.
Ja.
Waar de fuck is die tosti man voor nodig?
Hij is mooi.
Die tosti of hij?
Beide.
Okay, we're back. So how's your date with the tosti guy?
Oh god, yeah, I was just about to ask, like, do I have to tell that story?
No.
Oh.
No, you don't. No. This time, I am going to save.
Yay!
So
and just to explain, I'm having an affair with a tosti guy, with a grilled cheese guy salesman.
The concept alone.
How do I grammar?
I don't know how you grammar.
No grammar, not grandma.
How do I
She's
grammar?
dead, okay? Jesus.
Would you fuck your dead nan?
My nan?
That's British for grandma. I saved! And now it's on with the game, finally.
First of all, that's kind of insensitive. Well, you're kind of lucky that you have me because I have no feelings. Call me. But no wait, like I think I heard something that word being used for something else.
I think it's a meme on the internet.
Nan?
No, nan. N-A-N.
Nyan?
No, fucking hell, that's with a Greek Y in it.
Greek Y?
Yes.
Oh
So
god.
I don't fucking know.
No, there is no normal Y. The Y is the Y in English.
Go ask that to Dutchland. What?
Fucking hate you so much right now. No.
When you whisper, I cannot understand because the game. I have a game on. I died.
Again?
The Space Pirates do fucking one.
Oh right, that's when isn't that like the difficulty just ramps up at that point because you're so vulnerable?
So weak, yes. Oh my fucking god. You take like one energy bar per shot from those fuckers. It's ridiculous.
Like you'd say like, Samus, please, your zero suit. Like it doesn't have to be just latex. Maybe some protective shields or something.
I mean, she probably wears it because nothing else would fit while she's wearing a power suit.
Like I understand that, but it doesn't have to be one or the other. You don't have to be like all powerful in armor or like wear a skin-tight suit. Like, there is some bit of moderation is also possible, I think.
True. Oh my fucking god.
Isn't it also like the sprite you're seeing right now has no face?
What? No, I did.
You do?
Yeah, she has a face.
No. So you can see her eyes and mouth and everything?
Yeah. Well, you can see her eyes, not her mouth.
I have no mouth on my screen.
That is a shitty game.
That is... I don't know.
It's one of those old MS-DOS games.
Ugh.
Like Dark Seed.
Oh wow. Yes, you can see her eyes, but it's literally 3 pixels.
It's just a blue pixel, that's it.
Well, if you count the eyelash and the eyebrows.
Well, if you're standing in a save point, you just see blue. She does have a little bit of an eyeshadow, yeah.
No, would she wear eyeshadow?
I think so.
Would that be efficient in a war zone? Well,
Fucking no.
no, but like in war, they always put like those black liners under their eyes to counter reflection.
Yes, they do that with permanent markers now.
So what if she puts it on her eye? Okay, you know what? this is not going anywhere.
Nope, and it never has been. Hasbro.
Because we're sitting still. Wow, I actually see someone drawing crates from Zero Mission like the Dragon Ball Z dragon.
What the fuck? I've never in my life have I imagined Crate as that.
But, well, yeah, well, that kind of explains itself because one is fat and the other isn't.
Oh, yeah.
I was just actually thinking because
That's fattest.
so far we you're a fascist.
Go on.
Since we talked about Metroid Prime and everything, like I talk about how those games seem either non-interesting or interesting to me, or how I've tried them. But the only Metroid game I've actually completed is Super Metroid.
And that's the only Metroid game I have not completed.
Wait, scrap that. Not completed. Finished.
That's the only Metroid game that I have not finished. Well, maybe. No, I did finish it on an emulator once.
And I enjoyed
Also,
it. It took me like 4 hours, but it did have a lot of help with the guides, playing through it. And I feel like there is a lot of cryptic nonsense in Super Metroid, and I do understand why people say like, "Oh my god, I like this game," but maybe that's also like, I don't want to say nostalgia, because if you know what to do in a Metroid game, then of course I can imagine those games being fun. The same I think with Majora's Mask is like, I think Majora's Mask is a pretty good game from what I can see, but you actually have to know what to do in order to get any enjoyment out of it. Otherwise, you're just wandering around like a dick.
Yes.
And the same I feel with Super Metroid. Like there's such things like, how would I know this? And some people might say like, well, it's easy, but I feel it's more like if you play those games when you're young and still like experimenting with games, and then
well, you know, the thing is about with Majora's Mask, if you talk to the different kind of people during different times of the day, they do leave little hints. Yeah,
that's true, but also like some ways to get heart pieces and everything, and that.
Yeah, the 5,000 rupees in the bank thing.
Yeah, and like some things are pretty obvious, like I don't know what the name of the mask is, but it's a mask that causes you to dance, and if you dance in front of those ladies, then, well, that's pretty obvious. But like the Kei-Fei and Anju side quest is pretty, like, the way to start it.
You have to pretty much follow around where the postman goes, and where you haven't seen Kei-Fei. You basically have to, like, I mean, you can't do it without a walkthrough, to be honest. You just have to know where the postman goes, and you have to follow, like, around. Most of the things in Majora's Mask just requires you to follow that person for those 3 days.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that, but also, like, another thing that kind of bugs me about Majora's Mask is the fact that there's the stray fairies, which you collect in so you can get upgrades. The fact, like, some of them are pretty well hidden, I'd say.
Yeah.
And like, how would you know that? And you're also under a time limit.
I mean, most of them you get out of chests, so you just look at your compass and like, oh, what chest do I still have to get, and then you just look. I mean, some are in bubbles or in like pots, but it's just most stray fairies you just have to keep killing things, or just like breaking pots and breaking boxes, and you'll find everything. That's just the thing you have to keep in mind when searching for them.
I see. I can sort of like understand it, but like the way I compare it is like Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time is, I feel Majora's Mask has a lot more extra side stories to offer, which give the game a lot of character and a lot of life, and also a lot of themes that you wouldn't expect from a Zelda game, which is also brings out, and it's so different from Zelda games, and that's a good thing. But compared to Ocarina of Time, I don't think you can really get stuck in Ocarina of Time at a specific point, because everything is so like that might
straightforward.
Yeah, and I might kind of detract from it, but on the other hand, I really hate getting lost and what to do in video games. I really hate that.
No, it's not fun. I agree.
And some people say like, well, you can read a guide, but then again, I don't want to spoil some things about the story, and I already have, even though I still need to play Majora's Mask, by mentioning Anju and Kei-Fei. Yes, I know what happens in side quest, and I know, like, from the aliens and stuff. Fucking, I don't know. But it's a bit annoying in the sense that having a bit of exploration, but then too much in the sense that you really don't know what to do, and I really dislike having that feeling in games, which is also a fact that I don't really like Metroid games, and especially like if this is not so much in Majora's Mask, but especially in like the older Metroid games, and especially from what I can tell, Super Metroid, if you want to 100% that game, that's bullshit. There's no way in hell you're going to do that without a guide.
Yeah, I did use a guide.
So, like, and I understand that, and I kind of liked Super Metroid, and I did use a guide as well, because it's interesting to see all those like different areas and interact with all the creatures and everything. And the combat is pretty fluent. But the thing is, like, what annoys me is the fact that if you know the game by heart, well, then of course you're going to like it because you feel very competent at it. If you don't know, you're probably going to hate Metroid, because it is confusing as fuck sometimes.
Right. It is, I agree.
I think that's the way to put it. Like, I don't think Metroid is a very beginner-friendly franchise, and I think Zelda is a very beginner-friendly franchise.
Yeah, but don't begin with Majora's Mask.
Yeah, like, I think that's also the reason, like, many people like A Link to the Past and
I mean,
Ocarina of Time, because even though you, like, on the internet you might read about people complaining about Ocarina of Time, keep in mind this is a minority. A lot of people who play games don't actually comment on YouTube and everything, or are very open in online media, and might actually prefer the more streamlined approach because they can get through it easier.
Right.
Sorry, I talked about. What did you want to say?
Sadness in a cutscene. No, this is like the only game where you see like Samus as a child.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
There's an actual cutscene.
There's an actual cutscene where you see Samus as a child with the Chozo.
It's totally not scary. It's, I just lost my parents and now the bird people are going to eat.
Oh no! Birds!
How would that be raising up stairs? Samus there. So yes, Mom. Did you eat your seeds this morning?
Well, he was only... She was only like brought up by one Chozo as far as we know, and that was like an old fuck.
Did you eat your seeds this morning?
Did you eat the seeds this morning, you fucking whore? Goddamn. Okay, this boss is actually pretty challenging sometimes. Why
robot?
sometimes? What? No. I'm not there yet.
Oh, the ruin thing.
Yeah.
Not really seeing the cutscene where Samus is...
It's the cutscene right before the boss.
Ah. No, I just typed it in Google Images like Zero Mission Child, but it's not really thing. There is, however, something about an African child needing help. Then I don't know if you're into that, but...
What the fuck? I died again. This boss is really not nice. It's like the first two hits are very easy, then the third hit is like, nah. And then the last hit is just like, hey, you want impossibility? Yes!
Apparently there is also something like a Zero suit that you can buy at a Halloween shop. Like, why? How is this coming up when I type in Zero Mission Child?
I don't know. Just type in Zero Mission Chozo statue cutscene or something. That should probably do the trick. Hit. Oh, come on. Just fuck off. This game needs to just... Alright. That was a hit. While being hit myself.
Well. Like, it's better to also get the hit off than just to get hit.
Fuck this boss. There. Jesus.
What's so difficult about him?
He just keeps like zigzagging around and shooting like lasers at you that do like one energy tank. And you only get like you only get like a split second to shoot his ball.
I can imagine that being kind of annoying.
Yeah. And now the unknown items, which is the plasma beam, the gravity suit, and the space jump, I think. Yes, space jump.
You also get a gravity suit in the Zero suit?
No, I have my power suit back.
Oh, okay.
But I now have my fully powered suit. I can jump forever. And now I'm fucking overpowered. Which is a great feeling, because you can just say fuck you to all the space pirates and kill them in one hit.
Really feeling it. Okay.
I'm really feeling it. I like that character. It's my main.
I know you do.
He's my main in Smash Brothers.
But
together with Peach.
like talking about Metroid, what are you hoping for, like in a new iteration?
Just not other M. Like
well,
honestly, that's all I really want.
Since this is probably like, are you planning any other Metroid games besides this?
Probably Fusion. Maybe Metroid 2. I've never actually beaten that one. Sure.
What? Could you describe why you hate Other M? In like the short amount of time we have left.
We don't have much time left now. Fuck this space bar. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Okay, so the story is trying way too hard to be a good story, which it isn't.
The baby.
Hmm?
The baby.
Fuck the baby. That's another problem. That's just, I mean, she doesn't say that much in the game, honestly. She just says it a shit ton at the beginning of the game. It's just the story is bullshit. The whole thing about like, oh, Samus, you're not authorized to use that weapon, even though you're authorized to use everything at the end of the game anyway, so what the fuck?
You're a bounty hunter! Fuck's sake!
It doesn't make any sense. It's just like, no, it just doesn't make any sense.
Like, well, thanks, Obama.
And then, and I mean, even like later on in the game, where she's just
kind of racist.
Yeah. I mean, even like later on in the game, where she's like, oh, fuck you, Ed, I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. And it's like, yeah, well, why didn't you fucking do that in the first place? Dumbass. And then Adam dies, and you're supposed to feel.
Wait, Adam dies?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, good.
And you're supposed to feel connected to him, but all you feel is just like, yeah, well, you know, I'm glad he's dead. Fucking asshole. And then Samus goes.
Is that like one of those situations where like I feel that might be the same for people who know Resident Evil Code Veronica. There is a character in that game called Steve, and you're supposed to feel very like emotionally connected to him.
Is he called Stevie Wonder?
Well, he sounds like a girl.
What?
The voice direction in Code Veronica isn't the greatest. In fact, I would say it's the worst any Resident Evil game has ever seen. Yes, even worse than 1.
That's not good.
Like, I'll link you something about it after this. You'll crack up.
I probably will.
But anyway, like, spoiler alert for Code Veronica, when Steve dies, for fuck's sake, who cares about the story of Resident Evil anyway?
I don't.
No one does. When Steve dies, like, you're supposed to feel sad, but people actually, like, fucking... In that SGB Let's Play, the fucking Matt just began cheering because he... Steve is without a doubt the most annoying character in Resident Evil history, and that is saying something. Because there have been a lot of shitty characters in Resident Evil.
Uh-huh. I went the wrong way.
But also, like, how would you say the gameplay is from Other M?
Fucking shit. Like, literally. I hate the gameplay in Other M. It's just... I mean, like, it's fun to just jump around and roll around, but it's just... Once you get the space jump, the controls for the space jump are shit. It doesn't respond well at all. And then you have, like, the oh yeah, you can switch to first person and then not be able to move around. But you know, that's great if you want to fight a boss that you are... where you need to use first person mode, Phantom. And you get barraged by, you know, the bullets from the enemies, Phantom. And, you know, it's the final boss, Phantom. It's the final boss of the game is very bullshit. Both the final bosses actually, because there's a final boss and a final boss. The first final boss is well just basically the mother of all the Metroids, like the not the brain. Oh, this is a different one. This is the one that like births all of the Metroids.
Okay.
And basically, you have to you get sucked up by her. So the Metroid Queen. You get sucked up by the Metroid Queen, and then you have to use like the power bombs. You know, it may make sense. You're in her belly, and you have to use the power bomb. Now, it's great and all. The problem is, you're not authorized to use your power bombs, so you don't even know that you're allowed to use them. You don't even know you have them. like the bar for the power bomb is there, but you've never been allowed to use it, so how would you even notice that it's there?
And I don't know if you mentioned it already, but like I know the thing from Other M with the Varia suit.
Oh my fucking god. Fuck that moment. You literally just walk through like a million rooms where you get like where your health depletes. Damage. Yeah, where your health depletes, and then eventually you get to like a boss and just like Adam is like, "Hey Sebas, you can put your Varia suit on." I'm like, "Bitch! Could you have told me that 20 hours ago?" When I was in those other fucking rooms. Just like, fuck, come on, man.
Samus just the fucking heat room is like, "Samus, like, can I put on my Varia suit?" And he just goes like, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
It's like also, it's also with like the gravity suit, which he also just puts on without getting like approval from Adam. It's just like,
I mean, she.
Look, I'm trying to think here because I'm trying to escape from the pirates.
So in the meantime, since we're like, wait, did you beat Robo Ridley already?
No. I'm going to though. Like
since we're really nearing the end, I guess I'll talk about some unlockables in the game.
You could do that.
Complete the game on normal mode to unlock the hardest difficulty, which is hard mode. Very clever.
Yes.
And if you beat the game on hard mode, you get a sound test, which has 24 musical tracks. If you beat the game on normal of hard, you get the original NES version.
Yes.
And you can also get a Metroid Fusion gallery if you link it up with Metroid Fusion.
Yes, exactly. I've beaten hard mode once, and it deserves its title. Just holy fuck.
And you can also get New Game Plus and Time Attack mode.
New Game Plus.
So upon completing the game on any setting, a small Samus logo will appear beside the title on the main menu to indicate that you completed the game on the save file at least once. If you start a new game via the game option, the master screen will display new information for you. You'll be able to see a checklist of items you've picked up in each area, as well as the total time you've been playing.
Oh yeah, you can.
So you can actually do like a 100% run that way.
Yeah.
And then time attack mode is an interesting, somewhat baffling hidden in addition to the game's time attack mode. So unlock it, you'll need to use a game file that you've already completed the game with, so that the Samus logo appears. Press A on the file to display the option Start Game, then press the D-pad in this order, up, left, right, down. The option New Time Attack will appear. And it will play on normal mode only and give you a password upon completing the game, along with your clear time and item percentage.
Yes.
Apparently,
I'm fighting Mecha Ridley right now.
Rodley?
I said Ridley, what?
Robo Ridley Rodley.
Where do you even get these things from? I'm literally just saying Ridley. I don't like this boss. I just noticed. If I die to this boss, I'm going to scream.
Please don't. I have my ears to concern. But apparently, like, the password is something that is completely useless.
It is. Oh, I beat her. I beat it. Give me some fucking, yes, health. Thank you. Christ. Alright. And our self-destruct sequence. we're about 5 minutes away from beating the game.
There's also like there's a lot of passwords you can use in the original Metroid, but fuck, I'm not gonna fucking talk about all of those.
Don't talk about the fucking Metroid. Those are the most useless.
There's all kinds of endings, but we'll get to that in a bit.
Yep. You basically just get them based on your time and percentage of how much you got from the game's unlockables and stuff.
You can also get a gallery if you beat the game.
Yeah, where you can watch your previous like game over screens, like your like ending screens.
And there's also like Mecha Ridley actually becomes 3 times as harder, or like 3 times as difficult if you were at 100% at that point.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Actually, I think I did 100% this game once, because this game is not as ridiculous as Super Metroid to 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was like ridiculous. It was no fun at all. I mean, he's already difficult to begin with, so.
Once you beat the game, can you edit in all the ending pictures you can get? Like, so people can see what every ending is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Gotta think about the views and the viewers. But mostly the views.
Jesus Christ.
Capitalist all the way.
Keep going, you stupid little robot. I might actually die from an upcoming part, because there's a certain amount of... There are certain enemies. And not... Fucking hell! Okay, I'm definitely going to die. I have no confidence in myself right now. Because the next couple of enemies are fucking ridiculous. Now we're gonna get to them right now. Actually, I might be able to get some health back, yeah.
It's also a bit of a bastard at the very end.
Who is?
Because I remember the space pirates try to attack you while you try to escape, and there's one in your ship.
Yes. Well, it's not my ship, but... Okay, I didn't die actually. Quite impressive, because you usually fucking die there. Okay, let's go. Let's go! We completed the game. I probably did it in like a 1.5 hour game time.
Well...
My recording says 2 hours, so...
In game time that's pretty decent, because if you like do it under 2 hours you probably get most of the... Or like the record is 2 hours, but there's also like pictures you can get for under 2 hours and then also 100%.
Yeah.
That seems rather difficult.
It is. Alright. Mission accomplished. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stretching time.
What picture did you get?
I don't know, it's you get the credits first.
So, your opinion on the game?
Fucking amazing. Why do you think I speedrun it? No, I seriously, I love this. I love this game. It probably is my favorite Metroid game.
Well, I can imagine, because it's also like would you say it's hard to figure out where to go?
No, because this is one of the only game. This is the only. No, not the only one. This Metroid game features, like there are these Chozo statues that you have to get into their hands. Let me just restart that. There are Chozo statues in the game where you have to go into a Morph Ball and go into the hand, and then it shows you on the map where you have to go.
Oh, so it's actually like very objective based.
Yes. But the thing is, some of those you have to hit because after you hit them, or like after you go onto them, they sit down, and sometimes they stand before like a corridor that you have to go in, and when they sit down you can go through it. But most of the time I just choose to avoid them, because they take off like half a minute of your time.
I see. So it's like it's objective based as some parts of Metroid Prime were, but without the bullshit side quest of like the artifacts.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also rather short, as it seems.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hold on, how is the saving system? Like, can you save at any point, or do you need to go to
No, you can't save at any point. You have to go to save stations. There is no Metroid game where you can save at any point.
Then Zero Mission seems like a very good game to start with.
Oh yeah, it's probably the best to start with, which is odd because the actual first Metroid game. Yeah, you probably shouldn't start with that. You should probably end with that.
You should probably avoid that.
Well, first of all, avoid, or if you want to do it, you should probably do it as last. Alright, time for the ending picture. Samus, how much clothes are you going to take off today? Everything. No, she just in a zero suit. I get the zero suit picture where you see her ass first and then her face.
Beat the game under 2 hours and above 15% in normal and hard.
Yeah, I have a clear time of 1 hour and 23 minutes and 5 seconds, and my rate for collecting items is 44%.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So, like, if you... there's a bunch of different pictures, and I'll list them off while you probably added in the list of...
Gallery has been added to the options screen. Original Metroid has been added to the options screen. Yeah, go ahead.
While you, like... put in all the different ending pictures, I'll list them off. Like, Samus at a bar in a red top and shorts is beat the game under 2 hours and 100% in normal. Samus in a red top and shorts walking around in the city is beat the game over 2 hours and 100% in normal or hard. Samus in full armor sitting on a rock, beat the game in easy or in over 4 hours and above 15% in normal or hard. There's an easy mode? Whoa.
Yeah, there's an easy mode.
Samus in just a blue jumpsuit, we just covered that. Samus overlooking a city in the red top and shorts, beat the game under 2 hours and 100% in hard. Wow. That is it.
That sounds no.
Samus sitting near a window in a red top and shorts, beat the game below 15% in normal. Below 50%? Damn. I think that's an achievement.
Below 15 or 50?
15.
Oh, okay.
And then,
wow.
like, Samus standing in full armor with a close of her face without it in the background. Beat the game below 15% in hard. The previous one was normal, I might have said that wrong. Samus without her helmet looking at the sunset. Beat the game around 3 hours. And above 15% in normal or hard. And that's all of them.
Yep. Speaking of under 15%, I once did a Metroid Fusion playthrough where I did a 1% run. That was fun. So basically this is the original Metroid. I'm just gonna show it off, cause whatever. Not for long anyway. This is the original Metroid. You're a shitty Samus. Your jump is shitty. Your music is shitty. Your morph ball is shitty.
And everyone at the time thought you were a dude.
And every time I everyone just thought you were a dude. You look like a ball of barf when you go into a morph ball, and basically this version is just shit, because you start with only 30 energy, and you barely get any energy drops from enemies, and your aim is shit.
Also,
so,
Kraid is ridiculously small.
Yes, that too. But yeah, horrible game. Horrible game. I don't like it.
Horrible game.
Horrible game,
in a very
fantastic remake. Well, I think that was it. And I should end the episode right now. So, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave subscribe, leave an unsubscribe. Do whatever the fuck you want, because you're human, I'm human. Everyone's a human, so you can just go and do whatever the hell you want.
And
I'll
if
see
you
you
like
guys.
my commentary, you can come over to my channel, where I do also fun stuff.
Very fun stuff. Yes.
Fun stuff. Don't forget to link to my channel, or I'll slice you.
I won't. Why the hell would I forget? I'll see you guys in the next episode of Retro Redux. Bloop bloop bloop. See you guys then. Bye.